Welcome to another RNN Coffee Talk, this time with a New Year theme. 2025 began with Rakuten Group's global leaders assembling in Tokyo for customary New Year activities and the Leadership Summit. And RNN took the opportunity to sit down with two of these leaders for an in-depth chat on their business's year-end activities and the year ahead. This time we hear from Amit Patel, CEO of Rakuten International, which incorporates multiple businesses based in the Americas and Europe.
So Amit, Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. New Year's always great because it means we're in Japan, we're going to the shrine, we're making sure we get our blessings, be thankful for what we have, and I'm excited about 2025.
So I'd like to start off our chat today by looking back at the end of last year, and specifically Rakuten Rewards, which gets around or over 40% of its annual revenue between November the 1st and December the 15th, right? And what did the rewards team do this year to set up for success?
Yeah, so as you said, a very important time of year for us, so therefore very important for us to learn what we did the previous year, take those learnings and lessons and ensure that we're ready for the next one. This year was different and interesting because we had two factors that we had to consider. One is it's an election year, which can always prove to be difficult to manage against because people are distracted. And then the second factor that was very unique to last year was a very short period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So a couple different tactics there. One was to sort of wait until the election noise sort of died down before we really put the majority of our dollars to work. But then to ensure when we did, we were coming out of the gates early. I think I remember when I joined eBase in 2010 and then Rakuten in 2014, back in those days, you really waited until Thanksgiving to turn the lights on and turn the gas on properly. Now you really can't do that. You've really got to be putting money in the bank or getting people shopping much, much earlier. So we had a very successful program last year called Cashback Unwrapped, which was a learning and an evolution of a program that we did in 23. So that was to take a merchant and really blow it out for them, make them the actual star of the show, use them not just to drive sales at that merchant, but use them to drive traffic and help every other merchant. So really proud of the team, what they did there, took what we'd done in 23, made it better, evolved it, made it fit the strategy and some of the external factors this year. And so that was a big part of our success in 24.
So yeah, talking of results, what were the results that you could share with us?
So overall, we were able to deliver against our financial expectations and our plan for the year. We did adjust our marketing budgets just based on what was going on externally and sort of the cost of certain channels. But given that, I'm actually very pleased and impressed with what we were able to deliver. Many merchants were up double digits on a year-over-year basis. What's not necessarily good to see, but also a validation of our program is merchants who didn't participate as well as or as strongly as they did in the previous year were down. So that's just a testament to the value that we're able to deliver and the trust that members have in us to send them to the right places and how they obviously seek out and value the rewards that we give.
So that's rewards. What about the rest of your Rakuten International BUs? Which of them had a big end to 2024?
Yeah, several businesses had a fantastic Q4, and I think for me the standout, not just in Q4 but the whole year, is Kobo. So important year for them just from a device launch standpoint. We launch new devices typically once every couple of years. We'll do a full refresh of the devices, and given the competition that is Kindle, if you look at how well we did in the market compared to Amazon Kindle, the team did an amazing job. So numbers are still coming in, but I'm expecting that we're going to significantly beat both our top line expectations as well as our bottom line expectations and budget for Kobo. So that team did a fantastic job delivering a product in market that people want, timely, high quality, which is really only going to set ourselves up for a great 2025.
Anything to say about the other businesses?
Yeah, so Rakuten France, so our e-commerce business, again, a very important time for them. They were able to sort of change their position within the total e-commerce space during that period of Black Friday to Cyber Monday. So they were able to become the second sort of most prominent e-commerce site during that time. So fantastic job by them. And then the other one I'll highlight is Rakuten Viki that continues to do amazingly well, again, against very big competition, right? Netflix, Amazon, but through their subscription business, through K-Drama Day and all these tactics, have really created a very loyal niche audience that only continues to grow. And so fantastic job by the Viki team as well.
Yeah, we've got more on Viki on RNN as well, so watch that.
Yes, please do.
And so Rakuten International was formed in 2023 by integrating Rakuten France and Rakuten TV Europe into the former Rakuten Americas. How do you see the future for this group?
Yeah, so I've really got to thank the teams at Rakuten France, Rakuten TV, but as well as the European headquarters team for the way they've sort of embraced the opportunity to come together and what it does to set ourselves up for the future. Simply put, our goal is to ensure that we're a large part of Rakuten's future success. As Mickey said during his New Year's speech, international really represents the long-term way in which this business continues to grow, the double-digit numbers that it has. And so we take that responsibility very seriously. Europe is going to be a big part of that. What TV is doing from a branding perspective and putting us on the map is extremely important. And with what we've got with Rakuten France, e-commerce, points, this is ultimately what Rakuten is well known for. So I think our goal is to essentially take that and ultimately make sure Rakuten's a household name around the world, primarily based on this concept of membership, commerce, whether it's on us or through a partner, and glued together with rewards. So extremely grateful and happy with the way the businesses have come together, and we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
And yeah, rewards, how do you plan to continue building it into the most rewarding way to shop?
So there's a couple new ways in which we want people to be able to get rewarded. This is going to be primarily in the US and Canada. Some of those things have started and are now starting to scale. One was, being able to get rewarded through an offline purchase and in-store purchase. So that's a part of our the most rewarding way to shop. And then it's obviously going to be, how can we continue to expand this business globally? So that's the remit of international. We launched in the UK last year. That was a major accomplishment for us. And we're thinking through now, what are the most effective and efficient ways to continue that global expansion?
Yeah, and 2025, what are you looking forward to most for this year?
Well, we've laid a good framework in place based on the results in 24. So, first and foremost, we need to continue to improve those financial results. I want to make sure that we're continuously being impactful in a positive way to our group results, which reflects itself in the stock and just the ability for us to continue investing in ourselves and growing what we do. Beyond that, I think there are some new products that are going to be launching across the different businesses. We have a very interesting product coming out of Rakuten Viber. We're going to be testing dating in the Philippines. So that is, I think, a totally new business that we're entering. We don't even do in Japan, to my knowledge. So that's going to be super exciting. It's really a part of us becoming a super app in many of these countries where Viber is already pretty popular. I already talked about the international expansion at Rewards. And so I think, yes, there's lots to be excited about with Kobo. We really want to be launching in new markets with now our Plus business that's very much about content consumption. So lots to look forward to.
Certainly seems like it, yeah. And just rounding off, do you have any New Year's resolution?
Personal?
Personal.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was here just for the Leadership Summit, which was heavily AI focused. In fact, I feel like we've been heavily focused on AI for a while now, which I think is great because I truly believe it is a case of get on the train or get left behind. So being a product guy myself and somebody who's always been very fascinated with technology, but hasn't had necessarily the chance to, do that much over the last couple of years in my new role, one of my resolutions is to pretend I'm back at school and be excited about learning something new. I think it's important for all of us, regardless of what position we're in, what role we think we play, to be constantly learning, and this thing I'm extremely excited about.
Sounds like a great resolution to me. Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thanks again, Amit. Thanks for coming to talk to us, and all the best for 2025.
Absolutely. Thank you.